Time now for the morning rush. A man who allegedly lit his brother's house on fire is facing charges this morning. Investigators say 66-year-old William Aragon intentionally started a house fire near Gibson in Louisiana on Friday night. They say his brother co-owns the property. Police have not said why Aragon may have started the fire, but he is charged with arson. Well, the mayor of Phoenix is apologizing to a family after a controversial confrontation with police. Police responded to a report of one of their children allegedly taking a doll from the store last month. They stopped the family outside an apartment complex, and that's when things got out of control. Police are seen on camera threatening to shoot the family. The officers have been placed on desk duty. Kristen.
Storms returned to parts of the state today. Central, eastern, and northern New Mexico favored for these afternoon and evening thunderstorms. Some of those storms could be severe along and east of the Central Mountains. We'll be watching for large hail damaging winds, heavy rain, and frequent lightning, with those storms developing later on today in the eastern side of the state. David?
This evening, Albuquerque City Councilors will look at approving changes to a controversial panhandling ordinance. The ordinance, sponsored by City Councilor Trudy Jones, outlaws soliciting donations from drivers from sidewalks, medians, and off-ramps. It was approved back in 2017. Now there's an amendment saying no one can occupy a spot within 6 feet of a travel lane. Well, City Councilors also set to decide on funding for the NBC Universal project. The media giant announced it's opening a studio in Martineztown. Now, the deal with the state includes a goal for the company to spend $500 million on productions here over the next 10 years. Now, the city of Albuquerque has pledged to give NBC $3 million from its LEDA fund. An Albuquerque woman is facing 5 felony charges this morning after she tried to run from police not once but twice. Police say last month Stephanie Gunhammer almost ran an APD officer off the road while driving drunk. They say even after she crashed her car, she still did not give up. Cops stopped the car using a pit maneuver. Police say they found a bottle of vodka inside the vehicle. Well, police need your help this morning finding a missing man. They say 76-year-old Everett Curley was last seen on Saturday night at the Canyon Point Apartments near Central in Wantabo. He suffers from dementia and diabetes. If you know where he is, you're asked to call APD. We expect to learn more about the passing of a penguin at the ABQ Biopark today. 32 penguins arrived last month. Zoo staff says one of them, named James, passed away on Thursday after they noticed that he was losing weight and had lost his appetite. Right now, it's unclear if this will delay the opening of the new penguin exhibit. New this morning, the Archdiocese of Santa Fe says it filed for bankruptcy to cover lawsuits, but not all are for sexual abuse. The New Mexican reports that among the bulk of the cases, some include accident claims involving fallen crosses and even defamation. Kristen.
Metro Threat Index at a 5 for today. That's largely fueled by the fact that we have that isolated storm chance here in the metro today. Watching for maybe some small hail, gusty winds out of those storms, and breezy conditions at times as the storms do develop around us. David?
A camp is giving New Mexico girls hands-on experience in the world of science and technology. Tech Trek New Mexico is a week-long camp in Socorro teaching 8th grade girls everything from geology and space to robots and DNA. More than 250 girls are nominated, but only 60 are chosen. Students attending this year's camp say it's encouraging to be around others with the same goals. Well, New Mexico's 2 senators are now pushing for a bill that would protect Chaco Canyon. The legislation would prevent oil and gas drilling there. Now, the bill was reintroduced earlier this year. Senators Tom Udall and Martin Heinrich, they are asking the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee to take up that bill at its next meeting. This morning, we are learning more about the technical problems that caused frustration for Target shoppers over the weekend. Target checkout lines across the country were a scene of delay. Though the store was unable to accept credit card payments for about an hour, Target says the failure was from an internal technology issue. Frozen breakfast burritos, they're being recalled this morning after customers say they found small rocks inside of them. That includes about 250,000 pounds of El Monterrey egg, potato, bacon, and cheese sauce wraps. Now, the products have a best of use by date of January of next year. Officials are urging you to return them to the store where you bought them. A mural in southern New Mexico with a powerful message is receiving a lot of attention this morning. According to the Las Cruces Sun News, artist Sebastian Velasquez painted the Cruces Creatives wall recently. He says the mural pays tribute to the missing and murdered indigenous women in New Mexico. Organizers hope the art helps the community remember the issue throughout the year. Kristen.
Time now for a check on traffic. At this point, we don't have anything major out there when it comes to tie-ups or slowdowns. We've got our news tracker headed east on I-40 near Rio Grande. Looks pretty good right now, but of course that will build throughout the morning and we'll keep an eye on that for you.
Pilots and spectators are on their way home this morning after a very successful balloon rally in the Four Corners. People Bloomfield were able to see 3 mass ascensions of over a dozen balloons and 1 candlestick glow. All of this right here, courtesy of the Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce.
We are taking you back 54 years ago on this day in 1965. The Raton Airport picked up 5.6 inches of rain. That is a lot of rain in one day. So that was on this day 54 years ago. Taking you now to the 5 facts, we start with number 5. Day 3 of the Senior Games is set to kick off today, and a New Mexico native is already making big waves. Philip DeJean from Las Cruces took first place in the 100-yard backstroke race at the West Mesa Aquatic Center. The 7-time Senior Games participant says he's racing for his mother, who's battling Alzheimer's. At last check, Florida is leading the medal count with 30, but New Mexico is in third with 24.
At number 4, tonight, Albuquerque City Councilors will look at approving changes to a controversial panhandling ordinance. The ordinance, sponsored by City Councilor Trudy Jones, outlaws soliciting donations from drivers from sidewalks, medians, and off-ramps. It was approved back in 2017, but has yet to be enforced pending a lawsuit. Now, Councilor Jones is making some changes, saying no one can occupy a spot within 6 feet of a travel lane. Council could make that decision tonight.
At number 3, isolated storms possible here in the metro today. Better storm chances and stronger storms possible in eastern New Mexico. Severe risk highest near the eastern state line. Temperatures mild, but a little cooler than average in the mid-80s.
At number 2, we expect to learn more about the passing of a penguin at the ABQ Biopark today. 32 penguins arrived there last month. Zoo staff says one of them, named James, passed away on Thursday after they noticed that he was losing weight and had lost his appetite. Right now, it's unclear if this will delay the opening of the new penguin exhibit. And at number 1, the man who allegedly lit his brother's house on fire is waking up behind bars. Investigators say 66-year-old William Aragon intentionally started a house fire. This was near Gibson and Louisiana on Friday night. They say his brother co-owns that property. The state filed a motion for preventative detention. Aragon is charged with arson.